Hi guys, long time no see. So I'm already nervous filming this video. So it's been a crazy couple months. Some stuff happened and then I got sick a couple times and it became very difficult for me to come on camera and talk about makeup. But I have been going crazy without makeup. And I haven't done my makeup in a while. I ordered some new things that I wanted to sit and talk about and kind of get back into the groove of things. Since Morphe is now at Ulta, I finally ordered the Jaclyn Hill palette. I know I'm super late. I also have a few brushes to try out, a couple brow products, and I want to talk about these concealers that I've been using to help cover my dark circles. So I'm going to jump right into it and we'll kind of chat along the way. I finally tried the LA Girl Pro HD concealers. I'd never tried them before. I know everybody raved about these on YouTube for quite a long time. They're very inexpensive, but I could never really find them until Ulta picked this brand up as well. So I like to mix a little bit of the peach with my Maybelline Master Conceal just because this is a decently full coverage concealer that is light and bright around my under eye. And I mix it on the back of my hand to kind of just give it a peachy brightening effect. And I take this new brush that I got, the Real Techniques Expert Concealer Brush. But I like to start lately when I do my makeup, I start with this. And I just put on a really light layer because I still intend on putting under eye concealer on afterwards and I don't want it kind of caking up. But I'm really impressed with this concealer. I'm really glad I got the peach one. I definitely think that that's something I'll be repurchasing. I've had it for a couple months now, but kind of disappeared for a while. The next thing is the e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. But I've been using Real Techniques sponges to apply my foundation for a long time. And I really wanted to try this brush because I've been seeing a lot of people use it lately and rave about how soft it is. And I remember I used to apply foundation with brushes for the longest time. And then I started using a sponge. And then when I tried using a brush again, it was so streaky. And I was like, why can't I do this anymore? What was I doing before that it was fine? So, now that I have a soft brush again, we will see if I can get the same effect that I used to. I mean, it is very soft, which is good because it's one thing I don't like with using brushes on my face is I don't like anything that feels like it might be scratching my skin or too rough on my skin. I do have very sensitive skin. My skin turns tomato red on impact. So whatever I can do to be gentle on it, it appreciates it. I'll be honest, so far not a fan. I mean, it looks good on camera. I will zoom you in. I don't know if you can see the way it is sitting on top of the skin in my forehead region. Like, right there. It's very glowy. Now these are two foundations that I use regularly. And this isn't usually how they look. It's very glowy. So I don't hate it, but it's not my favorite. Next I'm going to go back with the Maybelline Master Conceal Concealer and kind of brighten up this under eye area. And then I will take my sponge and make sure that it is all blended out. Every time I go a little while without filming, when I come back it is very difficult for me. I'm almost like embarrassed and ashamed to have been gone for so long. And then it makes it difficult for me to sit down and talk to the camera. I'm going to quickly set my foundation with my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. Yeah, I really like a glow. I'm all about dewy foundations, but That was too much. I'm applying a little bit more powdery concentrated in those areas where I don't want anything to crease with my Real Techniques setting brush. So my recent order from Ulta was supposed to arrive Thursday and it is Saturday and I just got it today. There was a whole thing with shipping. But I did open it up and look at some of the stuff and I believe I've already found one thing I will need to return. I need an eyebrow pencil. I ran out of my NYX micro brow pencil and I wanted to try an alternative. I just kind of want to see what drugstore brow products are worth it, especially my shade. I required Taupe. Taupe is my color and it's definitely a very light ashy brown shade. It's very common for blondes, but for some reason the drugstore makes a lot of red tone brown pencils and calls them Taupe. So I had read a lot of reviews on the LA Girl Shady Slim brow pencil in Taupe, and I'd seen swatches and it looked like a nice ashy light brown like Taupe is supposed to be, but that's not what this is. I'm going to swatch the LA Girl one next to my regular one and I will show you the difference. The LA Girl one is right here, and that is definitely a warm tone brown, and then this is my Palladio pencil in Taupe. Out of everything I've ever used, this Palladio pencil is my favorite, but obviously there is not much left and Ulta stopped selling Palladio. So unfortunately I will return this and I'll just have to use this pencil today. Because I have thick brows, I really don't want to add to them, especially they have been a little more thick lately. I think I need to get them reshaped, but I don't want to add to them too much. I just kind of want to define the tails and fill in any patchy areas. But I did get the Essence Make Me Brow Eyebrow Gel Mascara. This is supposed to be similar to the Benefit Gimme Brow, and I wanted to see if it'd be good for me on days where I don't want to do like a full brow and I just want to throw on some of this. I just want to see like what kind of effect it has on my brows because my brows are so thick. Color wise, I don't think that made any difference. It didn't like fill in any areas. Maybe I'll have to try it again where I have no brow product on whatsoever. I did the rest of my makeup, like the blush, bronzer, and highlight and stuff off camera so that I can jump straight into the Jaclyn Hill palette with Morphe. The colors themselves kind of made me step out of my comfort zone and play with something new. So that's what I'm most looking forward to with this palette. There's definitely quite a bit going on in here. And now that they are with Ulta, they have kind of revamped their brand. They have changed their logo. They have changed the font that they use in some of their packaging. They've just came out with a bunch of eyeshadow palettes that look beautiful that I had never seen before. They're definitely kind of stepping up their game, moving on to shelves in Ulta. But during that move, they did change this packaging. They laminated the cardboard so that it is a shiny and easy to clean material, and they also printed the names of each shadow on the back. I've always been really curious about Morphe brushes. I know some people love them, some people use them regularly, and then some people think that those people are only using them because of a commission on their discount codes. Regardless, I mean, I don't have a bunch of money to blow on makeup all the time. I really don't. I need to evolve my makeup brush collection sometimes. Like, for example, kind of a pointed detailed pencil brush. I didn't have anything like that in my collection, and I needed to try it. I definitely want something like that for underneath my lash line, and any blending brush that I can get that adds to the versatility of what I already have is a good thing. So I picked up the M433 and the M431 brush, and I will be trying those today as well. These are my first Morphe brushes. I'm really glad that they're going to Ulta so I can use my points and collect points on my purchases. I'm going to be kind of muffling around with a few of those light matte shades for transition color and kind of just see where it goes. So I had plans for Halloween videos, and I don't have many resources or skills and experience in regards to Halloween makeup, so I tried to come up with ideas that would be suitable for me, that I would actually be able to make decent content out of. And the first one, months ago, was Pennywise. I didn't know that every other YouTuber was going to do a Pennywise tutorial, and I decided screw it. You know, I'm not afraid to bow down and say, hey, they're definitely more skilled with kind of SFX makeup than I am. So they're going to be better teachers for that specific makeup look. I'm not very experienced in special effects makeup whatsoever. I was kind of trying new things with my makeup recently. Like, I was taking my transition shade way up higher than I normally do. I'm gonna zoom you in. I'm sorry that you've been way back there this whole time. I was trying to take my transition shade higher just to see how it goes, because I do have a very large brow bone and I have a lot of space between my crease and my brows. So I want to take advantage of all that space and kind of even things out. I'm going to build up my crease just a little bit more. I'm going to take Hunts. I don't think this is the right brush for this at all. It is way too pointy and flat. Let's see if I can blend it out. Or did I just ruin everything? Well, definitely went somewhere with that one. I'm gonna try to be a little more careful on this eye so that I don't have to work so hard to blend all that out. I feel like some people have eye shapes that suit a lot of color and a lot of pigment. And I don't know if it just looks weird on me because I don't usually do it. I don't know, we're just gonna keep going. I'm gonna put a small amount of concealer on the back of my hand. Doesn't matter what concealer, I just need a concealer to kind of go over the lid. I'm gonna take this small brush to kind of carve out the crease. I forgot, I kind of have to relax my eye and see where my lid shape ends naturally, because I've learned that I definitely have two different size lids. I think my plan is to start out with Beam and then transition to Queen, and then I will transition to Twerk. Oh wow, I thought I might have to wet my brush for some of these, but definitely is not the case. So pretty. I know, right now it's just a dot. I'm gonna try to blend those together. I changed brushes to a clean brush. Much better. So this is Hunts again. I don't like this brush down here. I find it kind of scratchy. I am just going to apply the colors with this. I'm going to blend it out with something else. I'm going to take Mocha and kind of darken up this down here so it's not too orange. So I think the eyeshadow situation is strange to me because I'm not used to wearing bold colors. I did kind of fix things and clean things up. Something I like to do to kind of fix those eyeshadow mistakes where I kind of get carried away and blend things into a big mess is I take this eyeshadow because it's very similar to my skin tone and I just put it on a fluffy brush and blend right around the edges. It kind of lightens things up and mutes them out after I've gotten carried away, like I said. So I did my eyeliner and my mascara, and then the eyes were so bold, so I did a very neutral lip. I used my new NYX lip liner in Mauve, and oh my gosh, it's like the same color as my lips. So it's the easiest lip liner I've ever used to kind of overline my lips because I do have smaller lips, so it creates the illusion of bigger lips. And I threw a little bit of Milani Nude Creme on top. And then when I was done, something looked very off, so I had to add more bronzer. I do love the eye look now that I have mascara and liner on. I couldn't figure out why I was looking so strange. I'm not used to colors. I'm not used to bold colors. I don't experiment with eyeshadow very often, but that is the whole reason why I was very persistent on purchasing this eyeshadow palette. Makeup is my happy place, and the past couple months I really needed that. I needed to try something new, and as strange as it is to me, I look forward to playing with it more. I love the palette. Not too sure about the brushes. I don't know, but it's cut very tapered, but each cut is so blunt. It's just a little scratchy for right underneath my under eyes. Now I do have very sensitive under eyes. Honestly, I'm still gonna use it. Still gonna use it. It kind of doesn't feel the best, but I'm still gonna use it. I just find that these types of brushes are softer and I prefer them. So thank you so much for watching. I do have a lot of videos planned. I know that's the second time since I've started my channel where I disappeared for a long amount of time. I'm not proud of it. It is embarrassing, and it is always very difficult to come back. But every day this is what I thought about. This is where I wanted to be. I just didn't know how to get on camera and smile and talk about makeup when my mind was elsewhere. If you have been interested in the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, if you have been considering it, I say go for it. If you want these kind of colors in your collection and you don't have these colors in your collection and you just want to be inspired and play with stuff, I say go for it. They are beautiful. And I've seen so many looks come from this palette. I love going on Pinterest and Instagram and Reddit and looking at all the looks that people create with the color combinations of this palette. So please subscribe. Maybe next time my dog will make an appearance again. Because he slept through this entire video. That never happens. I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.